Hey, hey, gang. Welcome back to Pretty Girl Gang Podcast, where pretty is a mindset and the gang is forever. Today, we're honored to have guest Aliko Yusuf Shakur, a.k.a. Mr. Smart Guy. He's sitting on our couch today. We're going to talk about life, community, health, boxing, everything that he's pretty much involved with, we're going to speak about. So, we have Mr. Smart Guy. That's what I'm calling Mr. Smart.
Mr. Smart,
I
okay,
like
Mr.
Mr.
Smart,
Smart.
okay.
Okay.
Well,
So, Mr.
sounds kind of
Smart.
old.
Sound kind of old?
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean,
All right.
Smarty, I don't know.
All right, we're going to go with Smarty. How about Smart?
Smarty, okay.
Okay. So where did the name Smart Guy come from?
Well, SMART. It's an acronym. So success, success, motivation, ambition, righteous, truth.
Okay, that's cool. If you had, well, give me 3 words to describe you as a person.
Um, hmm, um, well, I never do, but
I got you stuck.
I would say determined,
Mm-hmm.
um, focused. We're gonna be doing this bell every time.
Don't hate on the bell. Leave the bell
Oh,
alone.
it's like throwing me off. All right, all right, all right. So I would say, focus, determined,
Mm-hmm.
and committed to changing the lives of my people,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, yeah, and get rid of the slave consciousness.
Let's speak about that. What do you, when you say slave consciousness, let them know what you mean by that, because a lot of people probably don't know.
So the slave consciousness is basically dependency on the government,
Mm-hmm.
dependency on the systems that were not created to elevate us, propel us, and move us forward, right?
Mhm.
Like, everybody has this running narrative of, making America great again, but we built America. We built this country.
That's true.
And America was able to use the profits from the slave trade
Mm-hmm.
and become a financial superpower. So if it wasn't for our contributions, our blood, our sweat, the mass genocide of black people,
Mm-hmm.
America wouldn't be shit,
That's
right?
true.
And I think this slave, like we're so dependent on people who don't give a fuck about us to give a fuck about us, and we wonder why we not moving forward. We're the only group of oppressed people living in the land of our Holocaust,
Mm-hmm.
expecting the people that put us in the Holocaust to take us out of it,
That is so
right? And,
true.
and the so-called Jews, they had to leave Germany, right? It's like a so-called Jew going to Hitler and saying, "Hey, man, could you use less gas today in a concentration camp,
Yeah, no.
bro? Guten Tag, more gas, right? Right?
Pretty
So
good.
so it's just the expectations. Like we have I think delusional expectations. And I
Yeah.
think once we get our people to understand that the help is not going to come from no man, the help
Mm-hmm.
is going to come from God in the work that we do,
Yeah.
then we'll be able to change our conditions.
What do you think it's going to take for us to actually realize that? Because I
Hmm.
feel like people have this conversation all the time.
Yeah.
And then you'll have the whole world agree. Like all of our people, they
Yeah.
will agree with
Hmm.
you, but then go right back into what they're used to doing.
Yeah, because it's programming. So this
Mm-hmm.
is why I'm always talking about cognitive behavioral therapy,
Mm-hmm.
thoughts, feelings,
Yeah.
behaviors. You think, you feel, you do.
Mm-hmm.
How you think creates how you feel. How
Mm-hmm.
you feel becomes an emotion. That emotion becomes a vibration. That vibration becomes a magnet that attracts things to you,
That's
but also
true.
repels things away from you.
Mm-hmm.
However, how what you see and what you hear
Mm-hmm.
can influence or curate how you think.
Yeah.
So we're not our self development, our mental elevation is not uninterrupted.
Mm-hmm.
We deal with indirect programming. We deal with movies that promote black men like we're weak. You look at scary movies,
Yeah.
and who's the first person to die?
Like, man.
Right, the black man, and it's like we're the survivors. We
Yeah.
survived over 400 years of bullets, gas, tanks, everything.
Yeah. So what
So
makes
you
us not
think
survive
what makes you
this?
think I'm not gonna survive this serial killer in this fucking
That is
movie?
true.
When we've been dealing with millions and millions of serial killers from the
All our
plantation
lives. Yeah.
to this current administration,
That is
right?
true.
So what it takes is first understanding the mind,
Mm-hmm.
right? Understanding how your mind works. So we have to start getting very interested in neuroscience,
Mm-hmm.
cognitive behavioral therapy, biology, physiology, how our bodies works. Like every thought you think, your body produces a chemical associated with the thought you think.
Yeah.
So if you think something negative, your body produces cortisol
Mm-hmm.
or adrenaline. If you think of something positive, your body produces melatonin, dopamines, things that help you feel relaxed or a
Yeah.
natural high. But the problem is you have to go through withdrawal. So think of it like somebody getting high. It's like a fiend getting high. If a fiend is doing dope, you can't just say you're going to stop doing dope.
Yep.
They literally have to chain them to a bed and supervise them because they get dope sick because they're going through withdrawal. We go through chemical withdrawal when we start to shift how we think. So you want to think positive, but you literally feel bad. You want to do good, but your body is physically feeling bad because you're going through withdrawal. It's 2 phases of withdrawal. You got acute withdrawal, which is a couple months, from like 4 months to maybe 7 months. And then you got protracted withdrawal, which can be up to 10 years. This is the withdrawal that you're dealing with when you start to try to think positive and debunk the programming that we deal with due to systemic racism. So that's the first step. You have to be aware of it.
Yeah.